The time of the fall was 2 minutes and 51 seconds. You're looking now at Minnesota's very good and ranked 134-pounder Tim Harris, a senior, an NCAA qualifier and an All-American 2 years ago. And his opponent just back into the Iowa program is Mark Ironside, who has had 4 matches now. He's 3-1, and already he's ranked 10th by Amateur Wrestling News, who saw enough out in the national duels, even though he got pinned in the first match, to think that he's in the top 10.
Well, they're considering that first pin a fluke, and then they're looking at who he beat in Schmidt from Oklahoma State, and they're saying this young man can do that against an already established wrestler, even though Schmidt's a freshman. We've got
nice move, though, by Tim Harris. He's showing you why he's rated. He got a single leg, turned it into a double. Bar scar, I guess maybe you'd call that, and he has the first takedown with less than 45 seconds gone in the first period. 2-0 Minnesota's Harris.
You know, Harris has been down at 26 once this year, and I don't see how. He's a big-looking 134-pounder.
Yeah, he is. He's out.
As you said,
Ironside is out. It's now 2-1. That 1 point for the escape. Harris is being very active here, and that's what the good wrestlers figure you have to do against Iowa. Iowa is always very active at you, in your face all the time, and you either do it or you do it back, or they'll do it to you forever.
Another homegrown Iowan Mark Ironside is. He's freshman eligibility-wide, transferred in from Kirkwood. He was Cedar Rapids Jefferson product, coached Dick Briggs, and won a couple of state championships there at Jefferson. And nice young man. I was talking to him today. He's just real excited about his spot in the lineup.
Harris stopped Ironside's first offensive move, and it turned it into a stalemate. Now they start again from the feet. 2-1 in favor of the Minnesota Gopher on the left. Now with his back to you, Tim Harris. He's 9-2 this year, pretty good record. It's going to be a good match. I have a feeling. It's 2-1, and Harris had the first takedown. He may not have them all. A minute gone, a minute left to go in the first period. Carver Hawkeye Arena in Iowa City on Iowa Public Television's College Wrestling Series. The #1 ranked Hawkeyes against #7 Minnesota. And we're at 134. The Hawks lead 9-0 with 2 early wins. Again, Harris, nice outside single. What can he do with it? See if Ironside can defend.
Well, this is where Harris needs to stay in there tight and make his move. He's got several ways he can go with it. He can dump it. He can come up to the underhook and lift up the leg. He's just got to decide what he's going to do with it. And now he's got to finish it.
15 seconds.
Ironside doing a good job of keeping his weight down, but there, he picks up the leg.
And a takedown.
And finishes it. So Harris finishes the job he started there, and now he goes up 4-1.
Now he'd like to stay in here and ride the period out, and he did, so there was no answer. That is the first lead that Minnesota's taken out of a period. Let's see it.
Well, here's Ironside getting a takedown against Steve Schmidt from Oklahoma State. Steve Schmidt is ranked in 5th in the nation, and that was for the big win.
Iowa's Ironside had his choice. He went under, and he escaped, makes it 4-2. He would have liked to have had that escape just before the whistle that ended the first period. 4-2, a 2-point lead, 2-minute second period. Minnesota's Harris, senior from Oakville High School in St. Louis, Missouri. He said Jay Robinson has recruited from all over the country.
Circle in.
You hear referee Mark Bean, who has a microphone. It's always one of the things I enjoy most about college wrestling is hearing the referee talk to people, and you don't often hear it. You can't hear that in the stands.
Right now, Ironside's got to get going and initiate the moves himself, create some opportunities there. He's got his outside signal right there. Now all he has to do is bring it up. Now it's his turn to finish.
He shot that from a long way out, and he did a nice job to score his first takedown and tie the match 4-4.
I think Ironside kind of fuels himself. He gets the takedown, and the fans get going. He kind of says, I like this, and he gets all pumped up himself. That's what happened at the duels last week. Here he is on the single leg right here now. He gets off his knees. That's real important. Now he comes up, keeps his hips down now, and now he's going to finish the job. He drops down and covers both legs there right before he goes out of bounds. Both toes were in. That's 2 points.
And the part you didn't see in the replay was the long shot he took. It was he came from way out, but he went all the way in. It wasn't one of those things where he ended up on the ground on his face in the mat.
There's Joe and Debbie Ironside, Cedar Rapids. I was talking to Mark, and he said, oh, this is a big night. He says, I am kind of nervous because I got family coming down, mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, cousins, all those kind of things. He said it's going to be a lot of them down here.
By the way, that is true. It's the first home meet for him against big-time opposition as an Iowa Hawkeye. Mark Ironside from Jefferson High School in Cedar Rapids.
Joe and Debbie are even going to get a little more used to that camera, and they'll smile next time.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Or else they're going to hide behind a pole. It depends on whether they like it or not. 55 seconds to go in the second period. 4-4. And Ironside could not hold Harris. He's out. 5-4. The Minnesota Gopher leads by 1. So we're back on the feet. I don't think we've settled yet who can conquer who on the feet.
No, but I think we've set a trend on whoever shoots has a good shot. See?
Bet.
And then that's it. And whoever initiates, you can't stand still. You can't.
Doesn't have it. Oh, he got away, and that was a nice piece of balance work, hip work by Ironside.
Well, he gets a second chance here because he's got to know right now, if he's establishing himself as a great wrestler, he's got to know, I dodged that bullet. Now I can't relax anymore. I've got to get in myself. I can do it. I've shown myself I can do it. And that's what Mark Ironside's thinking. Well, Tim Harris is thinking the same thing. He's been in, and he's been successful. So it's a matter of establishing, creating the opportunity, and going. You can't stand around.
Hold up. Watch where your hands go. Watch where your hands go. Stay away from that headgear. Let's go, man. Let's wrestle.
Now, you know what that was about. Fans might not have been able to figure out what he was saying, but he was picking at he had his hand in the headgear. There's the end of the second period, and we're going to settle it in the third period.
Let's go, get set.
5-4 in favor of Harris, and he's on the bottom to start the period, and Ironside just going to let him go.
Right, you're right. They're going to settle on their feet. They both know they can be successful. It's going to be kind of like a brawl here in the last couple of minutes, and they both like the brawl. They've both shown that they've been successful on their feet, and it's a matter of who can create the opportunity.
6-4. Is this an important match for Minnesota, or is it?
Well, it's a big match. You got to turn the tide somewhere, and if you don't turn it soon, you're not going to get it turned.
Many of the Hawkeye fans looking at Ironside to see if he's going to be in there at 134 pounds, maybe the next big guy at that weight.
Some people think, well, it'd be good if Minnesota.
There's that long single again. This time didn't work. I don't think you could accuse either of these men from stalling.
No, they're working really hard, and you got to give them both credit. Like you said, Harris, an All-American 2 years ago, and Ironside, a freshman eligibility-wise, in here fighting strong against this senior from Minnesota.
Who wants it? Who wants it? And as a matter of fact, you have to remember, Harris is ahead by 2 points. Ironside has to take him down to tie it.
To get it into overtime. And this is a seed here at the Big Ten Championships, and Ironside wants to establish himself even though he's
nice front headlock. Here comes Ironside. Can he make something out of it? He can, maybe.
He's got to come up with it now. He's got to come up.
He did. Very big. 6'6". Riding time is not a factor. What is he going to do? 37 seconds to go. He has to ride him all the way out or let him go. Now, Dan Gable looks at him and says, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? I'll give you what you want.
Well, I'll tell you, here's the replay right here. He snaps, he pushes, he gets around that arm. See how he stuffs that arm right there, gets around, then he drops down to the leg, makes it 2. He's going to let him go, and it's going to be on the feet. It's 7-6. If he gets a takedown, that's Ironside, he'll win it.
29 seconds to go. Ironside, a takedown wins. If he doesn't take Harris down, he loses.
That's exactly what Harris wants to do, is drop in.
Watch the time there. The Gopher leads by 1 on that last escape.
I don't know. He should have been called for stalling there.
There's a single leg by Ironside from the outside. Can he murk it with 7 seconds to go? Harris is trying to stay in there and stop it.
And he does.
And it's the Gopher by 1.
It's a big win by Tim Harris right there. It was a good fight, and that's what it was. A good brawling fight right in there. Both wrestlers really went after it, Doug.
And I suspect, well, actually, Tim Harris is a senior, but they'll meet again, I think, somewhere along the line this year. The Gophers